I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I just said totally.
Oh, that's it? That's all you're bringing to the show is totally? Come on, man.
Well, I was going to give this example. So my buddy Bill Hyland, he did an experiment where he hooked up like a voltage meter and he ran 3 batteries to see how long it took for them to die, and then he took the meter to a quote unquote haunted location and measured to see how long the batteries would go to see if they would drain earlier, and they did significantly. And he showed me the findings. I was like, that's amazing. I'm actually going to go this Monday to do an investigation to do the same thing. And it's those, like, it sounds like such a simple experiment, but it's just doing these things over and over again and like properly documenting. It's not something that's hard to do. It's, he told me how to do it. I talked to him on the phone for 20 minutes. He went over everything, and it's that kind of effort and collaboration that is going to make this an actual research field. I've been doing this. I started Paranormal Warehouse in 2011, and and like Tim said, I'm not trying to put anybody down, but there's not a lot of research happening, and if people call it paranormal research, it's important that people know what research is and how to do it, and this is a way to do it. And listen, like, we talk about, I think research in medical technology is obviously important. It's saving lives. I think research in going into space and all that stuff is super important. There are very important fields of research everywhere, and I don't see why this isn't it. It isn't like a part of that crew, because unlike all those things, we're all going to die. And I'm not saying that these paranormal events are people that are dead or anything. We have no idea. But it's just the search for answers when we're talking about death. I don't see why people aren't on board. And I get why people think it's a joke, or they think it's hocus pocus or like Halloween, but it's this kind of stuff that's going to make us not be a joke, which we are.
Yeah.
And if anyone thinks otherwise, they're wrong. And that's not putting other people down. It's just how other people see what we're doing. And, that's why I wanted to do this.
Well, something I find interesting also is, a lot of people like to say, it can be explained away, or, there's lots of things that we've all witnessed or had happen to us that we can't explain away. Mm-hmm. That we absolutely positively know for a fact that at 3 o'clock in the morning in a basement with no windows in the center of the basement, you hear a little girl laugh. It's nobody with you. You explain that to me.
Yeah. At midnight, doesn't take 3, but yeah.
Okay, it's a child outside. Okay, let's do one better. Let's have people outside. Let's make sure that it's not captured outside and it isn't a child outside. Now what?
Yeah.
Now what do we do? And stuff like this, that if we have people who capture this evidence over and over and over again, how do we know? How do we know people are capturing it? We're not sharing it with each other.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. I'm not going to go and search every single paranormal team that's been to Pennhurst and find them and then see their evidence. I'm not going to do that.
And that's if they even post it.
Right.
See their evidence. Let's see if they even have a website or some avenue where they put it up online. Right. And then at that point you're going, okay, well, I see 2 postings here. They're not dated. There's not much information. How can I tell it's not hoaxed, number 1? Right. I mean, when did they do it, number 2? Right. There's no consistency. There has to be consistency. If you have a file and you're doing research, then you are doing the same experiment, like Mike said, over and over and over and over again, and you're recording your data properly, and you're putting it out there for people to see it.
Right.
Because then if someone says, you know what, I don't believe you, you can go, well, you don't have to believe me, but here's 3 months of me doing the same experiment every other night at the same time. You don't have to believe me, but there's my evidence.
Right.
That's a researcher. If you're an investigator, it means you go out and you do investigations, and you might find things, but you're not recording it. You're not doing an experiment. Okay, you're not concluding anything afterwards. You're just going, we found something. That's cool.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah, and I mean, even people, if they want to go out there and just kind of like run through and collect anomalies that they find during that night or whatever, it's if you properly document it and put it into the database, it is building that collective knowledge, which could inspire someone to be like, oh my God, like look at all these EVPs from this one location. They're all saying the same thing. I'm going to step it up a notch and go in there and try to do X, Y, Z. So it's
exactly.
As long as you're putting it in there, you're helping. I'm not asking you to go in there and be Nikola Tesla. You know what I mean? Just go in there, do what you do, and don't hoard your stuff. I mean, Paranormal Warehouse is, I'm not going to call it a failure, but I mean it's not a success because people are hoarding their stuff, and I've had many instances where people have, kind of like lashed out and said I'm doing the wrong thing and saying how it should be a private thing. And they couldn't be more than wrong in my eyes. It's been frustrating.
Yeah. But wait, they're saying okay. I'm sorry. No, go ahead, Mark's.
Now I'm bringing someone else into the conversation here because we have limited time with our guest tonight. So I don't know if you've been listening, Mr. Cano. Are you there?
Be right.
Yes. No. Who's this?
It's Stevie.
Ah, Stevie.
What's up, Mr. Cano? It's Stevie D.
Stevie D. How you do?
Steve, I don't know if you were able to listen to any of that, Steve. I know you've had a very busy day and night, but we've been talking about. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. You guys are always busy too, so I get it.
Oh my God. The phone lines are lighting up right now. I'm about to max out our thing here, so.
Oh my God.
Whoever's sitting on hold and not being spoken to right now, stay right there for just a minute or two.
Okay.
Steve was able to chat with me a little earlier today, and he's heard about the project himself. And what do you think about this little paranormal database that we're putting together, Steve?
I think it's absolutely cool. I think it's great.
Nice.
Because you know what? People love.
Thanks, Steve.
Listen, it's not something I'm into, but it's something I think people, especially fans of my show, would love to see that stuff. I mean,
yeah.
Steve,
especially if it's done legitimate. What's that?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying especially if it's stuff that's not being altered at the time. Like anybody could do something, and but you guys are doing it while it's actually happening there, and then posting it. Is that what you guys are all about doing?
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's going to be a place where everybody can go and share what they've captured, so it's in one central spot, so that, you as a researcher could probably appreciate the fact that if everything's kind of organized in one spot and you can look things up in a nice, orderly manner, it makes it a little easier, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, not only that, it also, you can weed out what you think is crap and what is not. You can make yourself, geez, this actually looks legit. And this looks altered or whatever, and then you can make your own judgment. I mean, we see so much stuff on the internet, and it's like, who do you believe? But if you have a centralized location, and especially in a place where like one person's catching almost the same thing and they don't know each other, or they were there at two totally different times, and it's pretty. It's almost undeniable, similar to Amy's walks. It's like you don't want to believe it, but you know what? If you can't deny if something's happening over and over again. And then when you see it, you make your own judgment. But at least there's a place where somebody can go and actually, check it out.
Right.
That's awesome.
Steve, can we get you to do commercials like walking down a beach, holding a Mai Tai or something, talking about paranormal?
I just got back from doing the same thing not too long ago. I've been cleaning all day. I've been doing vinegar and hot water on my tiles. That's what I've been doing. That's the life of a glamorous TV star.
Oh my God!
It sounds like a thrill.
Oh my God!
But I went the old-fashioned route. I used the vinegar and the water, and it came out pretty good. So.
Oh my God! Steve DeShavi from the Dead Files. Thank you so much for calling in, brother. We're gonna move on to the next caller. Thank you, brother. We love you.
Okay.
Thanks,
Steve. And I wish you guys all the best. Talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Steve DeShavi. He supports moving forward.
Right? Oh, my God. He's the most interesting man in the world. We could do a commercial with him.
Do it. Yeah.
I want to, get children's books and just have him read them to me while I go to bed.
Who's this that's been on hold for 3 minutes? Who am I speaking with now?
Hello? Is this, am I on the air now?
I don't know. Am I talking to you?
I don't know.
What's up, Randy?
Where am I? What's going on, guys?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
Doing all right. I just wanted to call and also point out that this type of project also enables portability. Instant access. You may be traveling to, say, the UK or to another part of the country to, maybe do an event, or you're working with other groups and you're both getting on topic on something similar. You may not be next to a computer right away, but with your smartphone or device, you can probably log in, access the database, and access the information that you discovered on prior investigations.
Boom.
Exactly. Boom.
I like that.
Yeah, I didn't even go there. Like, you could be at a location and just look up something to see if you got similar weird stuff going on, which is awesome.
Very nice. Fortunato to the rescue.
Awesome. Randy, thank you for calling in, brother. I got to let you go. We got another caller coming in, brother. Thank you so much.
Sure, no problem. Good luck, guys.
Awesome,
bye,
Randy.
Undead
Thank
Randy.
you.
Check him out, Undead Randy.
Undead Randy podcast. Woo!
And another caller. Who am I speaking with now?
Hello, guys. It's Brian. How are you?
Oh, hey. I'm sleeping.
What's up, bud?
All right. Everybody talking at once. How's it going?
How are you, Brian?
I'm well. I'm doing 15 things at once as always, but one of those things is coming on here to talk about all the things we've got to talk about today.
I'd like to hear that. First, a commercial break from Deadly Grounds. No.
Oh my, right? Oh, wait, Deadly Grounds.
Mr. Cano is another person who is lending his support to the Paranormal Database and our moving forward initiative here. And I do want to say before Brian puts in his thoughts about this, because he's very heavily and deeply involved in this project as well. I do want to say that I'm checking back here on our Kickstarter, and even though we're on for 27 minutes so far, nobody's made a donation. So that means that you all need to go to Kickstarter.com, look up Paranormal Database, and make your donation. Or visit ParanormalWarehouse.com and click on the link, or go to mghparanormal.com or our Facebook page, MGH Paranormal, and go there and click on the link. We need your money. Go ahead. Sorry, Brian. You may continue.
I don't know how I can top that. It's like that commercial with the Captain Obvious. It's like, they don't need me. That kid's doing it all. So you're that kid in the video with the swimmies. You're doing it.
Yes. Thanks, Captain Obvious.
I have nothing to do here.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your thoughts on the Paranormal Database, and if you think it can help, and what do you think, where areas you think it'll help improve our research?
Well, here's the thing. I'm a big movie buff, and so many of the locations we go to have film ties to, and you've heard me say this a million times, like, all right, I'm going to be at Mansfield Reformatory this weekend, and while everyone's there for ghosts, I'm there for the Shawshank Redemption. I want to, in addition to the paranormal aspect, movies are so much a part of me, and I love them, and anytime I see a film in the theaters or I watch it on TV, after watching the movie, the very next thing I do is I grab my iPad and I pull up IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and I look at the trivia. I look at, some of the filming goofs. I look at the director, what the actors are doing next, what's, some behind-the-scenes things. And for me, that level of access really enhances that experience. And this project can be the same way. So, okay, hey, yeah, great. I'm going to Mansfield this weekend. I would love to be able to pull up the Paranormal Database, click who's been here, click on evidence and pictures and videos and find out, all right, well, I didn't know this in 2012. This investigator went there and he got knocked down the stairs on cell block D. Wow, the tour guides forgot to tell me that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what this will really help in doing. And I know there's other sites out there that might have, you can write your experiences, but in the very blog sense, it's very hard to wade through all that. A pure database like this will make all that organization simple. And because the only intent of the site is to give that information, it's not going to be weighed down with things like radio shows or things that just really aren't important.
Right.
Yes. And that's exactly what